So this is it. Nintendo at E3 2021. Will they save this event? Because you've been following what's happening in the past. Most of the presentation were underwhelming at best. Microsoft probably get away with it because they got Bethesda behind them. But most of the presentation, Capcom, Square Enix, well, they were to some extent disappointment. So I am setting up, taking my notes, gonna be watching the Nintendo Direct E3 2021, and hopefully that my prediction, if you saw that video, my top 5 were Nintendo related, such as maybe new Amiibos, which is, yes, Zelda and Loftwing, maybe a new system for the Nintendo Switch Online. And maybe finally they'll embrace achievement because they have a collaboration with Microsoft. However, I know one of my predictions is gonna be false, and they already state this on their Twitter. They actually reiterate this, and that is that they will not be mentioning any new hardware. Of course, if you know what happened in the past weeks, there were some people saying that, oh, there's this Switch Pro, but it didn't. I was predicting that maybe they'll show a hint of what it looks like or what it is, and that's it, like a teaser of the Switch Pro. But judging by the Twitter post the Nintendo posted, they just said, no, we're just gonna focus on games. That's gonna be the rest of 2021, and to some extent, and that's a keyword there, to some extent 2022. So with that, I'm getting ready, taking my notes, hyping myself up a bit to some extent, and hopefully that Nintendo will save E3 2021. So finally I finished watching the Nintendo Direct E3 2021, and of course it's always awesome to watch that. And yes, they did save E3, so no surprise there. Always Nintendo show something for everyone. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on what they showed that I am interested. But before that, I want to give my thoughts really quick on the Japanese side of their Nintendo Direct at E3 2021. It's almost the same except for 4 games. They showed a baseball game from Konami. They showed, seems it looks like a reverse harem visual novel. And then sort of in RPG, I don't know, it's called Worth Life. But the one that I am interested in, and that is Super Robot War 30. So for people who don't know what that is, it's been a long series since the Super Nintendo days. Heck, maybe even the Wonder Swan, whatever. But it's been a long history for this game. And it never came out outside of Japan due to, well, easy license issue, because it's a strategy game with all licensed anime robots. So you got Gundam, Macross, Brave series, Captain Harlock. I mean, the list goes on. There's a wiki for it. And Nintendo Direct in Japan, they showed the latest one called Super Robot War 30. And it's, again, if you play the Asian version of Super Robot War V, T, and X, then you know what it is. If you're into the strategy tactics type, it's really fun. But like I said, you probably have to import this. So it's really unknown if it's a Nintendo exclusive, or it could be also on the PS4 as well. But like I said, if you want to play this type of game, you're gonna import them, because there's no chance in heck ever this game's gonna come outside of Japan. Well, you gotta sort of jump the hurdles of license obstacle. Just saying there. First, the elephant in the room, they did not mention the Switch Pro. They even said it on Twitter, no Switch Pro announcement. So, do I still believe that there is a Switch Pro? Yes. When is it gonna come out? Only Nintendo can tell. So again, for the people, oh, Switch Pro, when is that? I need a Switch Pro, etc., etc., etc. I'm so mad people said there is. Relax. People, relax. The extreme Nintendo fan, relax. Okay, so with that said, I want to give my thoughts on what they showed at the Nintendo Direct E3 2021 that I am interested. So, right off the bat, the 5th DLC character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Kazuya Mishima. Good choice in my opinion. Again, the Tekken fan, the competitive Tekken players, now they might say, ooh, finally, a Tekken representative in Smash. So they show how he goes, how he plays. It just fits well. So again, I'm not angry because I already get the characters I want. But the downside now here to some extent is there's only one slot left. Who will it be? So again, so people say, oh, it's not my XYZ character. Again, you have to understand, Sakurai already said it multiple times. The decision has already been made prior to the development of the DLC character. And you also notice he did not say anything about a new DLC pass. So again, we don't know if there is or there isn't. Only time will tell. Maybe Sakurai is gonna mention it because on June 28th, they will do a presentation of Kazuya Mishima. So the next one that I just want to make a comment on is more third-party games on the Switch. Again, that's good. You say, well, I only play Nintendo game on my Switch. That's the reason I bought it. That's fine. To each of their own. They did also in the Wii U, but you also got to keep in mind the perspective of business. That's not a good thing. And if you don't have a lot of support on your console, you might disappear. Just saying that. But they did show some games that I thought it wouldn't run on the Switch, but it did. So Guardian of the Galaxy was shown there. Tony Hawk was there. And there's even another one. I'm going to mention it later. But yeah, but third-party game that you think is not going to run on the Switch because the PS4 and Xbox One is powerful, well, I guess it's not this case. So there you go there. So moving from that one is the leak for this game. Yeah, someone accidentally leaked the cover for Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, and which is it's a collection of the Super Monkey Ball franchise into one. So it's on the Switch, of course. It's also on other console. They showed also the PS5 version on the leak, but of course it's a direct, so the Switch. So there you go. So if you're a fan of this franchise, there you go, all the collection there. And I keep saying there you go all the time, but I don't know what to say. What else? Moving from that one is the rumored Super Mario Party 2. Well, not so much. It's Mario Party Superstar, which is, it looks like a collection part 2, which all the board games from the N64 and so on to some extent. Yeah, there have been a Super Mario Party collection game before in the past. On the 3DS, it was some of the famous games and board, but now I guess this is part 2 or volume 2. And the best part here is two things: online support, and you can save at midpoint. So like, okay, I'm getting bored, I need to take a crap. You can save at midpoint there. And you go, awesome. So my thoughts about that one, definitely good. If there's a sale, a lot of this Nintendo game, I'm going to eventually buy them. That's just me. But yeah, this is good. This is definitely a good thing. So another rumor that was true, so credit for those leaker, is Metroid 5 or Metroid Dread. So it's the new storyline, takes place, I'm going to assume, after Fusion, which is part 4. Spoiler is there's Metroid 1 and 2, and then Super Metroid is part 3, Fusion is part 4, now it's part 5. That's what you notice. Samus has a new power suit because, again, spoiler for Fusion, the power suit went haywire and just went renegade. So that looks good. I look at it, and there's going to be a main showcase on their treehouse. But the best part here is one of my predictions was right. So not only they have a Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo, there will be Amiibo for this game. It's Samus and a Dread robot. Awesome. So definitely I'm going to get that one. And then another third game that I said I'm going to mention, and that is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Finally on the Switch. I know in the controversy in the past was there was no Switch version, so probably they needed more time. Best part is it has DLC in it, included for free. So my thoughts about that one, fine. I have the PS4 version, build up trophies. It's probably much better to play there. Nothing personal. There are some games that still runs better on the PS4, Xbox One versus on the Switch, but at least you have that option that, hey, look, you can play it on the Switch while you're taking a crap. So again, do I mind having third-party game on the Switch? No, because for people who have a Switch-only console, there you go. And again, it includes all the DLC. So good move. People are going to be happy. My thoughts about it? like I said, good idea there. So they show more about Mario Golf Super Rush. They show all the modes, so cool. But the best announcement there was they will have free update, new courses, including Metro Kingdom. So you're gonna able to play a course at the Metro Kingdom. So I can't wait to see what other courses they're gonna show for this game. And it's free. Free, no DLC, no paid one. So awesome. And then more info on Monster Hunter Stories 2. What do you do in the game? Looks interesting, like I said before in my Capcom video. If it goes cheap, I'll try buying it. But for now, I still need to work on the first game. And then, this was an interesting one. So people who bought Miitopia for $50 had a survey said, would you pay $50 for WarioWare? Well, guess what? There is a WarioWare game, and it's called WarioWare Get It Together. And it's way different than your average WarioWare game. Not like Gold, where you can play all the past games. No, this one's a little bit twist, and that is that you have this little Wario crew, and you play, and each one is different, and you have to do certain tasks. And again, for the first time, simultaneously online, not so much. But again, would you buy this for $50? Most people say yeah, because again, Nintendo. It's Nintendo. They get away with a lot of this thing. People will pay anything for MSRP, and if you question that, they get mad at you. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is there. So moving from that one is Shimagami Tensei 5. Of course, it leaked when it's going to be out, so they finally revealed it. It's going to be November 12th, and they did say it was exclusive to the Switch. Can it possibly go to other platforms? Maybe in the long run, time will tell in 2022 or 2023. They have to look it up what it is. It probably Nintendo and Atlas had an exclusive deal here. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. It is a possibility. See, if Persona 4 can be on Steam and people want it on the Switch, why can't Shimagami Tensei series go from Switch to other consoles? That's kind of biased there. But again, you know, Shimagami Tensei 5, the leak is true. Well, Atlas did the leak. November 12th. Speaking of weird games, Dantan Rompa Collection on the Switch, finally. It even includes the board game spin-off. I have it for the PS4. It's a weird type of game. Again, I have to get into it, but hey, you know, for people, again, like I said, if you have only Switch and you like this type of game, there you go. And speaking of another weird Halababuza eerie is Fatal Frame Black Waters. Yes, this was on the Wii U, and of course it was episodic, and now they're trying to re-release it with new graphic, improved graphic, new features supposedly added, and it's not going to be episodic. So you know, if you don't have a Wii U, then you just Switch. Kind of makes sense, especially in portable mode if you have to move it around. I don't know why I keep saying there you go all the time, but I don't know, I'm just excited. And then Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. More info, it's the same one as on the Ubisoft one. So from there, Advance War Reboot Camp. So it's a remake of the first and the second game. And the reason why only those two is, first of all, it's on the GBA, one screen. How do you do it when dual screen if you're doing Advance War 3 and Darkness? That's the fourth one, but it's a different story. Maybe, who knows, maybe if there's the Switch Pro, there's going to be something like that. But for now, yes, it's a remake from ground up, Advance War 1 and 2, so I'm going to definitely buy that in the long run because I love that series. And then closing for this Nintendo Direct are the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Okay, so before I continue, again, elephant in the room. So you might think, oh man, it's the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, so they should do like some sort of collection, like Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Majora Max HD, Ocarina of HD, Collection HD, compilation, like Super Mario Brothers Collection. Well, Ioma gave the bad news that they have no plans of doing some sort of collection and remasters of the game. First, Wind Waker HD, it's already out on the Wii U. I know. Same goes with Twilight Princess HD, it's already on the Wii U. So Do you really think most people are gonna buy the third time for this type of game? Just saying. I mean, I have both of them physically, so for me, it's like, nah. Ocarina of Time, I have it on the 3DS. Majora Mask, I have it on the 3DS, as well as a GameCube collection, and I still have those consoles and still work because I take care of them. So I can understand where it's coming from for no collection, but it is disappointing. So with disappointment comes excitement. With first the Hyrule Warrior Age of Calamity Season Pass. They showed Wave 1 and they showed some new character, new stages, new weapon. I still gotta get that game. I'm just burned out with the Musou game. I just recently bought Pirate Warrior 3 and I'm like, yeah, I'm already bored with it, unfortunately. So that's the first one. And then another one they mentioned was Skyward Sword HD, just to reiterate. Then it's gonna come July with the story and they're telling you, hey, look, guess what? This is what it is, how it all started. Am I gonna get it again? Like I said, maybe in the long run. And then of course, to celebrate the 35th anniversary is the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch Collector Edition. So kind of like the Super Mario Brothers. So this one comes with the Legend of Zelda 1 and 2 and Link's Awakening and a Legend of Zelda version of Vermin. So people might say, how come they didn't do the Legend of Zelda Game & Watch? Well, problem with that one is it's a dual screen type. Do you think Nintendo's gonna have the money or bother to do a development of dual screen Game & Watch to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda? I don't know. So instead, they just said, well, we got Vermin. That's gonna be $50 and we're gonna buy it. Yeah, if I bought the Super Mario Brothers one, of course I'm gonna buy this one because I'm a Nintendo sucker. And I'm sick in the head, just like getting the Amiibo, the Metroid Dread Amiibo. But ending with the Nintendo Direct is more info and footage of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. And as expected, a lot of people had a feeling. I had a feeling also. I did say that it would make sense to be in the holiday 2021. That is not the case anymore. They did say it, so it is 2022. That's officially the year that's going to be released. You say, wait, this is a delay. No, they never really said the date. This is the first time they said it, so kind of makes sense. Remember, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Switch was March of 2017, if I remember. I got it for the Wii U. So for this one, yeah, no surprise, it's going to be 2022. So there you have it, the Nintendo Direct, my thoughts about it. It was awesome. So Nintendo did save E3, so props to them. So things also that it wasn't mentioned here, and I guess it was just a blue ball, people talking about it, is the Microsoft Nintendo collaboration. Maybe there is still, but it wasn't a Nintendo Direct. They did not mention any new console for the Nintendo Switch Online whatsoever. They just focusing on game. Again, they kind of said that, so maybe, and as well as the achievement for the Nintendo Switch. So my guess for those is, this is just my guess, that they might kind of show something like that once they're ready to show the Nintendo Switch Pro. Does it exist? Like I said, possibly, I think it does. When are they going to show it? Who knows? Maybe in that version, the enhanced system will have new classic system for the Nintendo Switch Online, and maybe achievements are going to be in that one. Hopefully they retrofit it, because I didn't like what Sony did, which is like, you gotta get it again. That was kind of bullshit, but you know, whatever. So yes, best presentation ever. Gotta give props to Nintendo. They did save E3 2021. So if you have one reason why to tune into E3 2021, Nintendo Direct is probably the one you're gonna look for it. So those are my thoughts. Pretty awesome. With that, I'll see you guys later.